There are two types of bustiers. This is a shoulder dart bustier, but the one I'm teaching you today is an easy method of this one is called princess dart bustier. This one stops at the armhole while the other one goes down to up to the shoulder. So we're starting your fabric on fold. I'm using a pattern paper on fold. I'm going to start with my shoulder measurement. Okay, so shoulder here is 14 divided by 2, 7 plus 1 inch, that's 8. I added 1 inch on purpose. Just the same way I tell you take the measurement, that's half of the shoulder measurement. It has 4 inches, and I rule it downwards towards the 1 inch that I came down on. Make sure to add 1 inch your shoulder measurement. I will tell you the reason why as we go on. So I'm going to take 7 inches downwards from the shoulder down, okay, and rule it. Then I'm going to rule the line here and then straight. I'm going to take that line straight to the rest part of the outfit. That's because I want to use it as an upper bust. So I'm going to take my half length measurement. So half length here is 10. You add half inch, okay, so it will not be 10 and a half. That's whatever your half length is, you add half inch to it. So here is 13 for the under bust, and I added half inch. That's bust point was 10, I added half inch to it, under bust, and then the waist. So now I'm taking that chest line as the upper bust, okay, and then this is the bust point, and then this is the under bust, and then this is the waist, okay. So this is how you draft the pattern for princess that you have your upper bust point, under bust, and waist. Next you're going to do what the dart line. The dart line is the side that gives your outfit a shape, okay. So but I'm going to do the armhole first. I took the armhole plus 2 inches. That's your bust point measurement, which is for this one it was 32 divided by 4, that's 8 plus 2, okay, that's 10 inches. That's what I use in taking my armhole. Then I'm just going to take the rest of my measurement, my bust point plus 2 inches. You're adding 2 inches here because you're going to cut out a 1 inch out of it. So my under bust plus 2 inches, my waist plus 2 inches. So for here, this point, my bust point here is 10. 8 plus 2, that's 10. Under bust 8 sorry 9 plus 7 plus 2, that's 9. So for my that line, I'm taking 4 inches, okay. If the person's bust is above 40, you take 4.5, and then you rule a line after 4 inches here, okay, and rule it, and then you take a curve from the upper bust, okay. This is to create that curve for the princess that, all right. And then you come down at the under bust on your right, and you mark one at 1 inch. You mark a dot at 1 inch at the under bust and the waist, and then you rule a line downwards, okay. So you're going to come to the bust point by 1 inch, come down by 1 inch, 1 inch width and 1 inch depth. That's from the bust point, okay. This is where your curve would stop. So you're going to take another curve again apart from the first one. The first curve, mind you, was towards the top part of the shoulder, as in the top part of the armhole, and the second curve is the down part of the armhole. I'm taking that curve and I'm coming downwards again to this side that I dotted at 1 inch below, and then I'm going to take it straight, okay, downwards after creating my curve. That's straight here like this to join the under bust. That's joined with the under bust, okay. So this is the curve that I created, and I'm just going to add 1 inch to the waist. This side I'm going to cut it off, okay. Now this part that is inside here, this part I'm marking X here, is the part we are going to cut out. This part is what, when you cut it out and sew it back, is going to give the bust area an oomph. That's that side that the bust can enter in, okay. So let me just cut out the main bodies so that I can use to draft out the back part before I cut out that part I mark X. So this is just to cut out this part and then use it to draft the back, okay. So this is for the back part. I want to use this to trace the back part, okay. And make sure your fabric is on fold. This one is a pattern paper and is on fold. Now you can see this is on fold now, and then this is for the front, and then the other one is also on fold. Make sure it's all is on fold when you are drafting, even if you are drafting on the fabric and using a chalk. So for your zip allowance, you add just 1 inch. That's because we use 2 inches extra for the front, remember, and we're going to cut out 1 inch, which is that XX part. So just add 1 inch for your zip allowance, rule it out, mark at your the traced out part that you want to cut out for the back, okay. That's what I'm doing right now. and then I'm going to mark that part of the at the top of the side I want to create for the princess. That's that top part there. Okay, that part I marked it out so that I know where my darts will come out for the princess. That then I mark the 4 inches upwards. Okay, and then ruled the line. Okay, then I this part here is where your armhole stopped. I'm going to rule a line there. That is where your upper bust is. Okay, that's the line, that's the area I marked the upper bust at. And then I'm going to create a curve from that upper bust, okay, to that part that I marked where I created the princess that line. That's that curve at the top part. That's the only curve you'll be creating for the back. You won't create any other curve for the back because it doesn't need any bust area. Okay, so once you're done doing that, the next thing now is to create the neck. Okay, so for the neck, it's going to have the same width but different depth. So the I made sure it's the same width. I put the top from the zip allowance area, and then it's the same width. For this width is 4, and then the deep depth for the front is 4. Front is always deeper than the back, so I'm just going to create a round curve there. That's 4 inches downwards. You can choose for this back is 1.5 inch. Okay, that's downwards, but it's the same width but different depth. So back is always higher than the front for most outfits. So I'm going to cut out that neck area for both sizes, front and back. Then for the front now, we're going to go back here, unfold though. We're going to cut out this part we mark X. Okay, this part we are cutting it out, we're not using it. And then once we're done cutting it out, we're going to now join the outfit back together. So this is the side here that we're throwing out, we don't need it. And then you're going to open it up. Okay, so I'm going to cut out this one as well. That's that for the back as well. This part I created just last, or you will cut out for the back, set it aside. And then let me open this up for you to see. You can see now, once you open it, this is how you're going to attach it. Okay, you're going to start sewing from the down part to up. You start from the down part. You can pin it because it's quite tricky when sewing here, but you start from the down up. The reason why you start from the down so that I can balance. At the top part is going to shorten, but that's why I added that 1 inch at the shoulder. So the same way here, you start from the down part. Okay, and then you join it back and sew it. So from the down, then for the zip, this has a zip allowance, so you're going to cut the back into two where you're supposed to attach your zip. So I'm going to go ahead and sew it and show you both of them and show you the result. So this is the front. After sewing, you can see that bust is created. I started from the down part towards the top. This top here is why I said you added your 1 inch on your shoulder, because it's going to shorten. And so this area here, when you have taken your armhole measurement, you will now cut that side. That side I marked out. That's you cut this side out. That side. That's why I say you should add 1 inch at the shoulder so that it balances up to your armhole measurement. Okay, so I did this. I attached the back as well. I sewed the back, as well. Okay, so you can see this is created. That is the essence of the princess dart, so that your bust area has that Okay, now this is the back. You can see that it's flat. That's why, because we didn't cut out anything, we just cut and then join back exactly what was there. Okay, so I'm just going to attach the sides together and the shoulder together and put it on a mannequin. So this is what it looks like on a mannequin. This is what your princess dart drafted pattern will look like on a mannequin. I would like you to try this out. You can use needle and thread like with your hand to try it. You use pins to hold it before you sew it. So you can see that has been created. Thank you.